made it! Finally, guys, after a few hours on different trains and changing from Manchester to Nottingham and then to Luton, because obviously I've had to get a flight from Luton Airport to Romania because they don't do any direct flights from Manchester. So we've made it to the Ibis and we are at the final meal, which is farge and almond butter and a little bit of whey. Super easy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm absolutely starving. I am empty, but I am the most shredded I've ever been. So just gonna take 2 more of the Peak Max before bed. Shed some more water. We're still on depletion, so that means we're having like, this is the, I think this is the 3rd day of literally like really low carbs, higher fats. We've got 1 more day of depletion tomorrow. And we're meeting Cal in the morning at 5 AM at the airport. So managed to get this little Ibis, get my head down and meet all the team in the morning, and then we're off to Romania, next stop. So I'm super excited. It's the most shredded I've ever been, and I'm feeling really confident going into this one. So I'm gonna get this meal in, and I'll probably catch up with you guys before bed. Final meal is in, guys. Feeling tight, feeling empty, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm starving right now, but I'm so motivated and so hungry to do well that none of it matters. We are peeled. We need some carbs though. Once we get the carbs, this will fill out and look even drier. It is morning time. 3:41. It is the morning time, guys. Didn't have too much of a bad sleep last night. Was up quite a bit. Obviously going to the toilet, getting rid of lots of water. I did bring some farge for breakfast, and I just put this in the sink in water, and it stayed pretty good. So got 300 grams of farge, got some whey and some almond butter. This will see me through for 1 meal. Put my pink salt in there, and we're gonna have 2 coffees just to wake us up, aiding digestion, usual vitamin protocol, and 2 more Peak Max this morning. And then we're gonna head to the airport and meet Cal. So exciting day, exciting times. Time to get it. We are in Romania. It is 7 AM, well, it's 7:15, and it is the first day of loading. Yesterday was a bit of a disaster, so I didn't vlog anything because Brad was on low carbs, completely out of it, forgot his adapter, forgot his charger, couldn't get any data, so it was just a big struggle of a day. But we managed to stay calm, we managed to get through it, managed to find an adapter. But Romania is not like Spain or anywhere like that. It was super hard to get an adapter. It was super hard to find things. So ended up meeting Cal at the gym. They all trained. I had 2 rest days in a row, and I think it's done my body some real good recovery and just chill time, because now I've woke up at a new low weight of 91.8 kilos. So we are in a little Airbnb, which is pretty picturesque, really. It's pretty nice and calming. Garden of the Gods, Zen garden. So I'm just doing some posing updates ready for the POA for today, which is going to be shitloads of carbs, I predict, because we are super flat. But it is a really good look. Like, I am so lean. Let me just get this tripod. this is like the leanest I've been, like with the most muscle, so it's going to be a super good look once full. So we've just got to make sure we fill it properly. Today we're going to be training, but yeah, I've just took some shots for Cal and I'm feeling pretty good, man. Feeling pretty good. Let me just see. Get this in for you boys. Right, I'm feeling pretty good, boys. If that focuses, the look is there. We just need to fill out now, so we need to get some food in. We're going to start on meal 1 in a moment, so I'm just going to send over these shots to Cal now, and then he's going to give me the macros for the day. But we've got a bit of a game plan from the previous show, and yeah, that's it really, guys. So got through the stresses of yesterday. I don't think prep or shows come without a little bit of trials and a little bit of tribulations, because that makes it all worthwhile when you do get first place, or you do get the goal that you want to hit and you do achieve what you want to do. It's got to come with some sort of hardship, and it's got to come with some sort of challenge. It's never going to be fully smooth or fully easy. So we got through today, we stayed calm, we learned a lot again about being calm and about executing on these preps in hard times and not letting it get to you. And yeah, feel happy with check-in this morning, ready to rock. So we've just got meal 1 on, guys. I cannot wait to have these 2 bagels. I've never competed abroad before, so this is very new to me. When I'm traveling to say like London or anywhere, I'm usually carbing up. So the whole process of being on low carb is today on the plane, and certain situations happen and my brain just wasn't functioning. So it feels like a lifetime without carbs. So I'm super excited. You know, 2 bagels, some jam, almond butter, and a squares bar with some egg whites as the protein source. This meal should roughly come to about 150 carb, 17 fats and 40 protein, and then we're just going to run the day with a lot of food today. A lot of food today, a lot of food tomorrow, and then we're going to push some similar kind of foods for the day of the show. This is Romainia for you guys. You've got to kind of adapt, and I'm learning that like when you come to these places, not everything's going to be perfect, not everything's going to be like it is in London or it is in Manchester, and you've just got to kind of make do. So I'm going to lightly toast these bagels and enjoy this meal. But this is contest prep. You just got to kind of find a way. And this is the great thing about contest prep. You learn so much as a human being facing these. This is nothing crazy right now. But there is all these little things that you've got to kind of work around and work with, and it teaches you a lot about yourself, a lot about adapting and overcoming certain situations and staying calm for the most part. So I made these bagels, gonna be the best thing since sliced bread, and then we're gonna fill out, get a few more meals in, and then have a really good gym session today. Gonna enjoy it. We got push, a really cool gym in the city. We're gonna go down there, train push, and then maybe get a little bit on here, and then just keep filling out, baby. That's it, filling this rig out, because we were super lean this morning, 91 kilos. I don't think I've been 91 kilos since I first competed years ago, so there's a lot more muscle on the frame too. So that means it's a whole new look, whole new body composition, and we just gotta land that posing. And just like that, we have meal 1. So 6 egg whites, 2 bagels, 20 grams of jam, and 10 grams of almond butter. And then we got a squares bar and a little coffee to go. Got a bit of a DIY setup going, but we'll watch a little YouTube video now and chill, guys. That is the pre-workout meal in. We are 2 meals in. We are a little bit more human again. And if you've ever done this process yourself and you've been on such low carbs and had to, you know, deal with certain situations, your brain just does not work and you're just so fatigued. And now I actually feel like quite human. Once again, we're getting veins back in, legs are coming in, feel a little bit fuller. Obviously I've only had about 350, so we've got 1,000 today, and I'm just ready to get a good pump now, and I actually want to train. So I'm excited to do push pump. We're going to head down to a gym called Revo Fitness. It's pretty sick. I'm going to have a pump up drink now. I've had 3 litres of water, and get myself down there, get a good chest pump, see how we're looking, see what things are going on. Some pump up stuff. I've shut these curtains because it's super warm now, so I'm trying to stay sweat free. I have got a fan, and I have got a handheld fan as well, because that was something that I thought would be a good idea for Romainia. So we've got, boom, pump up baby. We have a litre, well, 75 cls of this before we train. Take another 2 litres with us, then we've got 2 litres left for the day. So 4 litres. We've actually increased the water by a litre because we are, you know, diminishing so much water because it's so hot. So Cal wanted us to increase the water intake by a litre today. So we're up to 7 litres, no monsters, no diet sodas. When you are carb loading, guys, you don't want to be filling your stomach with diet soda or monster and stuff, because you just don't need it, and it's only going to bloat you. So just some stim-free pump-up stuff ready for juicy pump. Right, people, we made it to the gym. It's a crazy gym. It's inside like a supermarket, which is mental. But the gym's actually really sick though. So I'll show you the gym. And it's connected to, oh, there's such a good bakery right here. And it's all the stuff I can't eat. But it looks amazing. But yeah, it's looks so good, man. I'll be coming here in a few days. Here he is. Hello. Yeah, bro. I've got the charger. Yeah. I'll drop it off upstairs. Yeah. Alright, bro. And then inside this left. That guy was an absolute legend. Yesterday when I had all that like trials and tribulations, couldn't find my charger, couldn't get anything. His friend or his girlfriend lent me a charger for the evening, and yeah, I'm just gonna go and give it back now. So we're at number 3, and it's on this car park here. So. Romainia is such a cool place. It's crazy. Go to the gym. And we're in for push today, so we're just going to get a little pump up going, push a little bit of food around, and probably just do chest, upper, top line, and side delts, and possibly a bit of triceps. Cal is at the venue. He's just sent me a picture of the venue. It looks incredible, and yeah, Olympia baby, let's do this.
Okay. Have you been here before? This is the first time.
Yeah, I've been here today.
Okay.
I do owe a lady a charger because I brought her. She gave me a charger today.
Oh, okay.
She's a superstar.
Okay,
So,
then.
yeah.
I will let you in.
So I'll just give you the charger really quick. Such a good gym.
Sorry?
Such a cool gym. The gym. I like the gym. It's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you. Where are you from?
Manchester.
Okay, that's
UK.
why it's hard for me to understand.
You don't understand my accent? Yeah.
Yes, the accent is very hard to understand.
You speak good English though. You speak good English?
I speak English, yes, but I can't understand your accent at all.
I speak very fast.
Yes, I actually meet another man from Manchester.
Yeah.
Also, but it was very hard for me to speak with you. You speak very fast and your accent is a little bit strange for our ears.
Yeah, it is. It is. You get used to it. You get used to it. Thank you.
Maybe.
Appreciate it. Let's go through this one.
Yes. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that is push, done and still fell over. I'm depleted. That is push, done and dusted. Didn't really get much posing footage, but I had a really good training session. Met Jay Cutler, which was pretty crazy. He was training next to me, which was just all the motivation I needed. And just got to tie my shoelace. Yeah, that was all the motivation I needed. Right, we're back. I needed to tie my shoelace. So yeah, I was training next to Jay Cutler, which was crazy, and all the motivation I needed. And yeah, I didn't really get much posing footage because Cal just rocked up at the end and just did a little check over, took some shots for me, which looked super sharp to be fair, but really depleted and flat, which we know my body, and we know after digging so hard these past few days, after yesterday going through that stress and stuff, that stress has been relieved now though, after getting a good sleep. But we know where my body is and we know what to do. So 1,000 grams of carbs going in today. Once we get a few more days of this and then we get food on the day, for me pushing like a little bit of like good amounts of dense calories on the day does help as well, because then it just hits me quite hard. So yeah, all it is now is a case of just following the protocol that we know we need to do, which is our water, which is our salt, which is our meals, which is just a little bit of posing here and there, a couple more sessions, and then we just get on stage with a really good tan and some really good board shorts, looking fire. So the more you do this, guys, the more chilled it is. Obviously there's moments where you're really super flat, super depleted, and you get in your own head a little bit, but because I looked at the picture in the gym, I was like, fuck, they look shit. And then I come out of the gym and I'm like, shit, I'm shredded and I'm sharp. So I'm just super flat, and it's to be expected and where you need to be when you are digging hard for condition. So beautiful day in Romania though. I am really missing Lorena, and she's gonna see this, but this trip has made me realize how much I appreciate her and I need her, man, on prep. So we're heading to Lidl over there. I just need to get some fish and some more little bit, and then I am done and dusted. And that's me boxed off for the rest of the carb up and the meals. So I'm gonna head in here, get this fish, get some bits, and then see you guys back at the apartment before Reg. Good old Lidl, baby. So we've got this fish here, which I don't even know what it is though. It's fucking cod. This has been the only difficulty in Romania, reading the words. I'm gonna have to just Google this, see what that is, because that might be actually okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna stick with what I know, and it's been digesting really well, so, and it's frozen, cooked really well. Get to the back of this again. It's the Alaska pollock fillets. Oh, have some of them on Sunday, bro. Right, people, it is 3 p.m, 3 in the afternoon, and we are off to Athlete Reg. And the arena isn't too far from my place, so the arena is just across this canal. So this is literally like a 3-minute to 5-minute walk for me. Super convenient, really easy. That's why I bought that apartment, so there's not really any stress. And just eliminating all things that can go wrong, because a lot of things go wrong on prep and when you're doing a lot of things and you know have to be places, or you're prepping a lot of meals and stuff, going to the gym and getting around different countries as well is super difficult. Again, you've got to make sure you've got money for Ubers, and yeah, this water reminds me of GTA. But yeah, it's super warm. Over there it says athlete, there's a big athlete banner, looks like a few people there. So I'm just going to go and check in at Athlete Reg, get this ticked off, and that's one of the main things, like the main 2 things done for the day. So it's all about really getting meals in then and posing, resting and checking in with Cal. So we'll see what this is about. We'll get our height, and I don't know if we're going to do weight yet, because obviously they're only doing weight for men's physique next year, and it's for the pros as well. So yeah, we're going to get our height done, we're going to get checked in, and then we're going to get another meal shortly after that. We made it, boys. And that, people, is where the story of Romainia ends. So that is what the title is about. So we ended up having a really bad experience after that moment. Leading up to that moment, everything was great and I felt really good. However, we went through a bit of tragedy, a bit of unfortunate events, and we are back in the UK now. We've been back for a few days and we're still, you know, kind of recovering from what did take place. So after Athlete Reg, I ended up going back to the apartment, and later that evening, in the middle of the night, I woke up and unfortunately I was struck with what seemed to be like major food poisoning. And being that lean and being that, you know, like one day out, you're so lean. I only had like 1 day of carbs, so something happened that day. I don't fully know what. We do think it might be like really bad chicken, but this is something that has kind of happened with my health before. So taking things, you know, a lot more serious now. I've been to the doctors, I've got bloods done. We're going to run a full blood panel soon, and I've just had some stool samples taken. So we need to really get to the bottom of this, and I really want to see what is happening with my health, because it was absolutely heartbreaking. I'm not going to lie. I went through a testing time and a whirlwind of emotions, and just something I wouldn't want to wish on anyone, because it was a dream to be going there. It was a dream to step on stage, and the amount of expenses that it cost, it got to the point where, like, you guys, I mean, welcome to the channel if you're new to it. Some of you guys obviously saw my Instagram, saw my stories, but for the people who didn't, obviously I compete in men's physique, and I like to push my body to the limits. I love to like take myself to that competitive level, and sometimes I do push quite far, but that's kind of what it takes in this sport, to be your best and to deliver your best and to see what you're made of. And that's what I thrive on, and that's what I, you know, love, and that is my passion. So I'm an advocate of constant progression. I'm an advocate of never stagnating and not being average, and we're here for a purpose, and we're here to drive ourselves forward and drive humanity forward by, you know, getting better and inspiring others and testing ourselves, because what's the point in living if we're not actually pushing ourselves or seeing what we're capable of, or really, you know, getting out there and trying, you know, doing something with yourself, doing something with your life. But that's my philosophy, but I could go on all day about that. The main, you know, part of this segment of this story is I got super sick, and it got to the point where me and my coach had to come to a calculated decision for my health and for health mainly, that we just couldn't do it. I was so dehydrated, because obviously you're dehydrating the body to get on stage for a certain look, a dry look. So the stress of knowing what you have to do that, whilst being ill and constantly, you know, being sick, and I don't want to go into too much detail, but you know, when you've had severe food poisoning, you understand it's detrimental when, you know, you're quite, not to say, you know, you're quite full of life anyway if you're eating food and you're pushing your body, you're not super fatigued. I was at the brink of like I was at the end of a 25-week prep, and it hit me then, it struck me then, and I'm not gonna lie, it almost killed me. It was at the point where I felt like a few moments where I was like, I'm never gonna get home. I'm literally gonna just die here, and it was devastating. Yeah, it was really difficult. It was a hard situation, but my coach brought me some meds that evening. I was not in a good way whatsoever. It was a struggle to get from the bed to the bathroom. My body was so weak. I was lethargic, and the thought of like getting on stage like that was killing me. But I was like, I'm gonna have to try. And tomorrow, so I was basically up all night. It was awful. And the next day I was like, I made myself shave my body, which was so difficult. It's so simple, but it was so difficult at the time. I got to the first coat of tan, I nearly passed out. It was horrendous. The heat was just insane. I wasn't drinking much water. I was losing so many salts and minerals, and it was getting super dangerous. So we had to call it off. A lot of you guys who follow me on Instagram know that I would step on stage no matter what, and I have done before when I've been slightly ill, but this was just a whole new, this was impossible. So we called that off. And I was just dying to get home at this point. So we was 1 day out from getting home, and then we got to the airport, and it was a struggle. It was a battle at the airport, just waiting and waiting and waiting. You know, couldn't eat. All I could eat was like crisps. Nothing was staying down. And then it was just, the energy dropped, and air traffic control in the UK had cancelled all flights, and that just brought, it was like a nightmare, literally. We ended up having to we stayed there for another week. That was another week of expenses, over another £1,000, and it was just a battle and a situation that I went through, and it's something that I will always look back on. That's why I wanted to make this video. It's something that has made me reflect on life and made me reflect on my habits and what I've been neglecting, or you know, maybe it's made me think a lot, and I'm still taking away things from that because it's quite a fresh experience. So I mean, if any of you guys compete, guys or girls, and you've travelled all that way, and you know, you've stepped on stage, and you understand what it must feel like to do that, and then this happen, it is truly heartbreaking, but it's a learning curve, and I'm going to try and take as many positives from that situation as I can, especially post-show, the week between. I feel like I learned a lot about myself, being able to handle certain situations, and being alone in that situation was very tough. You know, I wasn't with my girlfriend, I wasn't with my mum, I wasn't with my family. It was a hard time. So yeah, I just wanted to wrap the video up here and explain why we didn't make a stage, because it's just like it would just cut off otherwise. So moving forward, I'm definitely feeling more motivated again. I was super demotivated. I was at the point where I was like, I'm done with bodybuilding. Why am I doing this? But I just will never give up on bodybuilding. It's something that is, you know, deeply rooted in my heart, and I have a passion for it, and it's something that gives me life and gives me purpose, and I love it. And the thing is, now moving forward, I have such new goals, endeavours, and I feel like I'm starting all over again, which is exciting for me, which sounds really weird. I'm almost glad that I get this opportunity to start over and revisit old methods and revisit old thought patterns and ideologies about this thing that I do. So I'm excited for the future. There's a lot of good things coming. I'm grateful to be here and to be alive. It's made me very grateful for the little things in life, and just to be able to go back to the gym soon and train, and you know, be around clients, and just, you know, actually live a life. I do think I'll approach preps differently in the future due to this, so that's a great takeaway and a massive learning curve in terms of setting up the actual prep and the plan, and how I look at recovery and those kind of aspects of training. And yeah, I just want to kind of end it there. So thank you for watching the video. Lots more to come now to YouTube. Now I've got energy to actually put into these videos, and I actually feel quite motivated to do them after having that experience. So it has like sparked off new interests and new motivations for other endeavors, weirdly enough. So everything does happen for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. And yeah, I think you guys, you're always going to face trials and tribulations. It's that saying of, you know, fall down 7, get up 8, and never quit. And it's not a fast, quick journey. I think I put a lot of pressure on myself this year to do really well in the men's physique division, and it doesn't happen overnight. So I've learned a lot this year. I've matured a lot in terms of, you know, the sport and what to expect and what to expect from myself. And all you can really do is be the best you can be every single day, and control what you can control. And that's all that we have, because this situation showed me that all this stuff was out of my control. I couldn't do anything. I had to just adapt, overcome, keep the faith, pray, and you know, just keep pushing, keep putting one step in front of the other. So with that, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe, because there's gonna be a lot more videos on this channel. And I do appreciate every single one of you, even though the channel's quite small right now. I'm hoping to build it by pumping out content and pumping out informative stuff in terms of my training, where I go from here, and, you know, future endeavors with myself, my coach, and what my plans are for the future. So hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay tuned.